Welcome everyone in. Give us just a moment as we're letting everyone in. Hi, Angeline. And welcome, Sally. Hi, Jean. Hey, Katrina. Karina, that's it. Karina, sorry about that. Hey, Denise. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Gina. Hello, Rosemary. Hey, Dee. I think I'm getting almost everybody. Hi, Gina. Mm-hmm. Hey, Gina, change your Zoom is super cool. And let's see, I know people are still coming in, so we'll just give a moment, take a drink of water. Ground yourself in kindness. For this next hour, we are dedicated to the beautiful topic of kindness. Yes, it's your focus, your hour for kindness. And that is a beautiful thing. And with that, what I'd love to do is center us in this topic called kindness. And let's take one moment and together, and in fact, I want you to take yourself off mute and welcome Johnny and Mary and Carol, Eugene and Daniel, welcome, Jacinthe, welcome. And I want you to ground yourself in this conversation called kindness and say the word kindness 3 times together. Okay, welcome Madeline, welcome Susan.
Hey.
And so take yourselves off mute, hey Mike. And at the count of 3, we're going to say the word kindness. Feel it in your body, feel it in yourself. Put yourself in your chair upright. And let's say it together. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
Kindness.
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 Isn't that interesting? Just saying the word. Do you feel that in you more? Just raise your hand. You feel that in you more? I know, isn't that beautiful? It just helps. I don't know. It helps me. I hope it helps all of you. And I think, just focusing your consciousness on kindness. And of course, in our world, we say to practice a conscious act of kindness every single day. At least one, my friends. I'm going to remind you of that right up front. That's the beautiful thing to do. Because, and here's a wonderful, you see, can you see it? Let me know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it says, there's magic in every act of kindness. This came off my wall, but I just love this. I sometimes will cut up cards and do different things and collages, and I love this one. There is magic in every act of kindness. And so with that, we always want to center yourself in it. And I just want to tell you, I view this kindness community as a wonderful opportunity for each one of you to consciously get focused for 1 hour a month at least. And then I'm going to encourage you to do a conscious act of kindness every single day. Can we be up for that? Yes. Yes. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. Couple things I want to let you all know. Some housekeeping things. We have a wonderful speaker today who's been featured in People Magazine's Act of Kindness issue. So I'm super excited for that. And in the meanwhile, I want to ask you to help spread the word about kindness, because did you know that Friday is Random Acts of Kindness Day? Raise your hand if you know that. Friday is Random Acts of Kindness Day. Yes. And we have a press release going out about 7 kindness challenges we're giving people and just ideas for what to do and how to do it. So the good news is we're getting a lot of traction on it. I'm an expert in PR, right? And we sent it out and we're getting good traction on it. And I'm very grateful for that. And Mary Beth's going to post it in the chat. And I have a request, and that is, as an act of kindness, would you post this press release wherever you can to your social media, send it out to your peeps, whatever you can do. I would be very, very grateful. And it's basically asking people to do more kindness and giving them real ideas. This actually was featured in Yahoo Finance News and 198 other outlets. Woo, woo, woo. Let's hear it for kindness. Let's hear it for kindness. 198 other outlets.
Wow.
And by the way, I'm getting an interview out of it too, in a corporate magazine of all places. So who knew, right? So do me a favor, please post that. Okay.
Will you be sending that to us in an email?
Yeah, you are the PR queen. Thank you, Sally. Yes, I'll take that crown. Yes. Mary Beth, can we do that too? You do get a recording. And
Yes.
so
it will be included with the recording, yes.
It will be included in the recording. And let me just say, since just from a timing perspective to teach you something about PR, we sent this out last week. So, you know, Random Acts of Kindness is Friday. And I purposely wanted it to go out to start setting up for success for Friday. So if you can post it Thursday, you know, or today, it doesn't matter, whenever you can, or Friday, whatever works. But start posting it because we want to draw people's attention to kindness. And we want that message to be as wide as possible. Who's up for me? With me? Up for me?
Yeah,
With that?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but you'll have something written for us to post,
It's
not
written.
the record. Okay.
It's written. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for that. It is that press release you see in the chat. Those of you who can save it and just do it that way, cool, do that. Yes, it is absolutely written out. It is written out for you. Just copy that is all you need to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're good on that. Yes, everybody makes sense? Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, super on that. Now, we also have a skill share. It's Mary Beth reposted. Some people came in a little later, so go ahead and post it again. And again, this is the press release for you to post everywhere you can. So appreciate that. And we told you that we were providing a skill set directory for all of you to put your skills, who you are, to connect with each other, to go there and find each other when you need different people to do different things for you. So, my friends, we have it. And Mary Beth, would you post the link for the new? Really, it's a document that each of you, I'm just going to say, go in, put in your name, put in what you do, and utilize each other's services because that is acts of kindness. Help each other, lift each other, and promote each other. All right? Because we are here for each other and to help each other. Who's up for that? Yes? Yes. Woo. I love that. And, you know that this is a third or maybe a quarter of the amount of people in the actual year of kindness, the kindness circles. So super great on that. Definitely make sure to post your information in there. And we definitely want to know who you are in this community. And I'm just going to encourage each of you to help each other, network with each other, and support each other with services when you need different services. Okay, so that's a really great thing too. That's part of the support we give each other is service of kindness to work with each other. Yeah, we love that. Okay, beautiful. Okay, with that, my friends, I'm super excited because we have a beautiful woman here today. So I'm reading, as I always do, my People magazine. I love People magazine. Okay, I'm just saying I do because I just think it's great to show what's happening in the world. And from a PR perspective, it's super hot to see what people are talking about, pun intended, right? What are people talking about? So in November, there's a kindness issue. Michael J. Fox was the cover. And I open it up. Inside, this isn't even like I haven't even gone to the first part. She made the inside front cover of People, Brooke Aberos and her family. But wait, there's more. Then, hang on, I should have had this earmark, but I didn't. On page, yes, I did. On page 46 and 47 is more about her story as the kindest family in America. The kindest family in America. Why? Well, first of all, let me just say, Brooke, thank you for being here because I know that today is the 3-year anniversary of losing your son, Chase. He died in a car accident 3 years ago today. And she came here today because she's doing amazingly kind things as a result of a tragic accident. And she said to me before we started, she goes, I'm not really a public speaker. And I told her it's really okay that we're here to hold her. And I just want her to share with you the beautiful work she's done and created out of what must be an unspeakable loss. And so we send our hearts to you, Brooke. And I know that because of Chase's death, you actually started an amazing Chase Challenge Kindness. And would you come on and just tell us a little bit about some of the work you've been doing, and even if you want to start and tell the story, whatever works for you.
Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Brooke DeBarros, and I'm with, I started a foundation called Team Chase Foundation. My son's name was Chase, and he was 23, and he was in college, and he got in a car accident and passed away at the age of 23. And I loved him with all my heart and soul. And I laid in bed and I cried for a long, long time every day. And I needed to come up with a way to carry on his legacy. And I woke up one day and I said, laying in bed crying every day isn't helping anybody at all. I need to get up and I need to tell the world about my son. And my son was very, very passionate about basketball. Since the age of 2, he played basketball. He was a very, very great athlete. He won many, many awards for basketball. He played all the way up through college. But he was always the humble guy on the court. He was never the show off and I'm great, I'm good. He was just very, very humble. He was quiet. He was kind. He always, helped his friends. He always, talked to them if they needed somebody to talk to. And so I worked, it took me for about a year for me to work on the foundation, because there were so many moving components of the foundation that each piece was in memory of Chase. So at first I came up with, it's called, it's a little round plastic disc, and it's called the Chase Challenge Kindness Ball. And on the front of it, it says, pass it on. And on the back of it, there's a QR code here. And it just says on the back of it, it says, enjoy this random act of kindness. It's your turn to pay it forward. Pass this kindness ball on with your random acts of kindness and keep the ball rolling. Follow your ball on our interactive map to watch how far your kindness travels. And then he always used to say, let's get it, let's go. So I put changing the world with your kindness, one ball at a time. Let's get it, let's go. And it's www.teamchasefoundation.org. And then it says my son's name was Chase. So I put Chase us on social media, and I put the social media symbols on the back. So I had decided on Team Chase, and I came up with an acronym. So Team Chase, it stands for Together Everyone Achieves More. And then Chase stands for Care, Help, and Share Every Day. So I started the foundation, and we got a van, and it has the Chase Challenge Kindness Ball Tour, which is on the back of the van. And on one side of the other van, it says "Be Kind" in big letters. And the iron.
Brooke, I'm sorry. Can I just show this? That's the van.
Yep.
I think you all can see it, right? That's the van.
And the iron kind is my son Chase. It's him holding up, shooting the basketball. So he's the iron kind. So Chase was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and he was raised in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, where I live. And I incorporated, because he was so kind and humble and his passion was basketball, I try to circle and encompass everything around Chase. And he had never been to Atlanta, where he was born. So I decided that my son Braden and I we would leave from Cape Cod, Massachusetts last summer in in August. And we went from Cape Cod all the way down to Atlanta. And what we did is we stopped in every single state along the way, and we picked out people to do random acts of kindness. And we bought dinner, we gave out gift cards to Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. And then when we got to Atlanta, we went to the hospital where Chase was born and made up a big, huge baby basket for a new mom in labor and delivery. And we delivered it to the hospital. And the homes that Chase was raised in down there was 2. I made these big baskets from Cape Cod. Everything said Cape Cod in it. And I don't know who lived in the homes, but we just stopped at those homes and we gave them those baskets and told them about Chase. And from that point, when I started the foundation, the news media caught on. So we were on the news in South Carolina, and the newsman was following us around, showing that we were doing all kinds of acts of kindness. We went to the grocery store, to a place called Publix, and we were handing out dozen red roses to people. And then what happened was, when I got back from Atlanta, our local Boston station, Channel 5, came to my house and got in contact with me and did a story on it. And then from there, it just started spreading like wildfire. It was the radio station people here were, wanting to know about Team Chase and about the ball had made its way to Asia. And it was in, I think somebody in Singapore had the ball. And so when you check the ball in on the back, when you scan this QR code, it takes you to the website, it takes you to the world map, and you check in. And so you just put your name, you'll say like Brooke, and then it will register like if you're in Arizona or California, and then you'll put an act of kindness what you did. So you can actually see all those acts of kindness that are being done all over the world. But on this one ball, so if I did something for my son Braden, and Braden did something for Mike, you could take this one ball and it will tell me that on today it went from Brooke, and then on July it passed to Braden, and then from Braden it went to Mike in Arizona. So you can actually follow, where this kindness travels to.
Brooke, can I ask you something?
Mhm.
Number one, if people want to get these balls, they can do that on your website, right? By going in. Super.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
And notice, my friends, the amount of press she's gotten. I mean, I found her through People magazine. Yeah. So kindness is such a beautiful thing and gets attention, Brooke, the attention you deserve. And I'm so excited for you. And may I ask you, what's like one act of kindness that you read on a website that just really touched you? I mean, you started your own movement here, really. And I just want to, they're saying about what a beautiful way to honor your son's memory. Absolutely. And what's one particular act of kindness that just really went woof for you? Your heart?
It was in the beginning, it was all mostly adults doing the acts of kindness. And so I had a lot of adults. And just recently, my hometown, I've been in 7 of my 7 schools in my hometown doing presentations with the kindness ball. And now all the kids from high school all the way down to grade school are putting acts of kindness in. And it really touched me. One was this little girl, Nadine, and she said that, we have no tolerance for bullying in our schools here in Falmouth, where I live. And she was saying that one of her friends, that some kids make fun of her, and she really tries to like keep her spirits lifted up, but she's very sad about it. And her friend said that she really sticks up for her friend, and that she always listens to her friend and gives her a hug and talks to her and comforts her. And I just was really touched that she was really caring about her friend, and that she wanted to be kind. But there's been so many. And believe me, I read every single one. In the last 24 hours, I've had 121 acts of kindness come in the last 24 hours. So so when you when this gets scanned, it actually uploads to Team Chase Foundation on Facebook. It automatically notifies me. So it's just ball after ball after ball being checked in. And by being in People magazine, I've had, TV shows call me. I've had radio stations that the guys on 20 radio stations throughout the country. And I've had this lovely book author, Jill, contact and reach out to me. And I've had just so many people, but Bloomingdale's reached out to me a couple of weeks to order balls. But I have people from everywhere on the map requesting these balls. And so I never thought in a million years that I would be shipping these balls to every state from being in People magazine. But I'm kind of so overwhelmed at this point because it's just really me and a couple of my family members and one friend that helped me do this. And I have like hundreds of emails that are coming in, and I'm like addressing all these balls and sending them out. And we like started a movement because these are everywhere, all over in Japan and Singapore and all over the United States. And it just really warms my heart that I set out to accomplish what I wanted to do, was to talk about my son and to tell everybody, the world, who he was, and what a kind and humble human being he was. And when I first started, I was like, how am I ever going to get this ball like to different states? And the first thing that came to mind is I said, okay, I'm going to start with friends and family that I know in all different states, and I'll send them. It never even got to that point because it just took off. And then People magazine, and then everybody was requesting the balls. And I never thought, like, for Christmas, people like actually wanted to. Some lady had made a huge donation and requested, I think, 36 of these balls, and she wanted to give them to all her family members for Christmas. Parents wanted to give them and put them in their Christmas stockings for their kids to teach them kindness. I had a food and toy drive where I live, and the parents were bringing the kids and giving them this ball and having the kids put a toy in the basket to teach them how to do something kind, and give and help other kids out. It's just been amazing, like all the acts of kindness. And the most important thing I can say for me is, with my grief, I have been fortunate enough to be able to go to counseling, go to meditation, yoga. I've done everything that I've read that would help me with my grief. And I can tell you, nothing helped me with my grief at all. The only thing that helps me and still continues to help me is when I do something kind for somebody, even though it's short-lived. It puts a smile on my face and it makes me happy. And that's what keeps me living. And I just wish that I could just do kind things in every day. And if I had, a lot of money, I would probably just give it all away and do kind things for people. So that's what really helps me every day, is just by being kind and watching the smile on somebody else's face and seeing these balls get checked in and people doing kind things for everybody around the world.
Well, amen to that. And with that, what a beautiful way to end your comments is the only thing that got you through is these acts of kindness. And we thank you. And I know people are asking, just so you know, you can get the balls from her website. Please do pass it on. And we so honor your son's memory. And we so hold our hearts with you on this anniversary day. And I just, again, I really just want to thank you for being here, because you told me it's a hard day. So thank you for that.
Thank you for thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for everyone of listening to my story. Thank you.
It's our absolute pleasure. And and I mentioned to you, we love to send people into circles to share with each other. And what's one question you want them to consider for our circles that we're about to break into?
Just something that you would, what you would do this Friday or today in memory of Chase, or Friday, an act of kindness that you would like to do, or that you're going to do.
Yes. So just so you all know, Friday is Random Acts of Kindness Day. We spoke at the beginning to keep your acts conscious. We want you to practice conscious acts of kindness. And we want to know, in your circles, what would be one conscious act of kindness you can do to celebrate this Kindness Week and in honor of Chase. Okay, so that's what we're going to do in the circles. We're going to be in for 10 minutes. You're going to have a timekeeper, please, a minute apiece. Person with the longest hair, you go first. Person with the shortest hair, you be the timer. Okay, and then person with the longest hair is going first. Just pick the next person. Let's go into circles and keep being kind to each other. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes. And let's give Brooke hearts and kisses and woohoos. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, yes, beautiful. I know great things went on in there. I'm sure of it. And I will tell you why you were in there. Brooke and I were cooking some things up. And of course, with all this publicity, she's like, whoa, you know, it's so amazing. Let me just show you again. This was right behind the front cover in People magazine as the kindest family in America. Just saying. And you can tell how much deluge she's had of publicity. And Brooke, again, sharing your story was so beautiful. But one of the things she mentioned, Randy, do me a favor, wave wildly, please. Wave wildly. Thank you, Brooke and Randy, because Randy and I have been colleagues and dear friends for many years and helping people get books. And Randy is an expert in this, amazing ghostwriter, editor, and helping people get major book deals with publishers and agents. So I want you two to connect because I think she's got something good here. Okay, so Brooke, you chat to Randy. I'd love to take some shares if I would, please. And even before we do that, I'm just gonna, for those of you who might have missed it, Mary Beth, please post the press release that they can use. This is the press release for, yeah, please raise your hand if you want to share. We'll take up to 3. This is the press release for Random Acts of Kindness Day on Friday. I'm asking you as an act of kindness, please post this in your social media to your people wherever you can. We really appreciate it. Let's keep those conscious acts of kindness going for Kindness Week this week. Woo, woo, woo. Let's take some shares. I see Francesca and Patrice, you'll be up next. What happened for you in the circles?
So I just want to thank you, Jill, for doing this all the time, because this is the kindest group of women. And I think that you set the stage for it. And it's very easy to ask for help here. And everyone in our group was really quite helpful to everyone else. And it was a great sharing opportunity. And so I just want to thank my group especially.
Oh, thank you, Francesca. I appreciate you. And thank you for the acknowledgement. All right, let's bring in Patrice and Dr. Catherine, you'll be next. And we'll end with that. And then we're going to go into another circle for sharing and caring, as I like to call it. Hey, Patrice.
Hey, what I loved is that people were like sharing their gifts. So it enabled us a way that we can share our gifts and through these acts of kindness. And then we were able to see what gifts other people had. So, and just the warmth and the kindness in the group, it was beautiful to see. I love that way of interacting.
Thank you. Thank you. And kind does attract kind. We do kind because it's the right thing to do, right? And because, oh wait, I always love using my rock, because kindness rocks. And, you know, that reminds me again, and Mary Beth just reposted again, the Skillshare directory so that you can keep kindly utilizing each other's services, helping each other, and asking for kind things. Thank you for that. Beautiful. And Mary Beth, I think we end with who is next? We have one more.
It was
Dr. Catherine. Yes, thank you. Hi, Dr. Catherine.
Hello. I loved the breakout room kindness circle because of the ideas that came out of it. There were a couple of things. I try to be kind all the time. So trying to think of something extra to do is a little bit of a challenge for me. But the ideas that came out of there were so fantastically brilliant. And I'm grateful, so grateful for those ideas. New things for me to think of so that I can consciously go out of my way to do something kind and to share with my kids who go out of their way all the time too. So it was wonderful. Thank you.
You are so welcome. This brings up your families, the people you live with, spread the word, my friends. This isn't just about you. It's about you, and always, connecting to the most important things with what is the next kind thing you can do. Okay. So with that, speaking of which, we are going to go to another breakout. And what I'd love to do in this one is this is where we get to, just really present your act of, well, what would I say? I'd rather you actually ask for, this is the part where you get to ask for an act of kindness, right? Give and receive, give and receive. That's always what it's about. Sometimes you're going to give and receive nothing back. Sometimes you're going to receive and not have to give anything. And it's all beautiful, my friends, because kindness is not transactional. It's just given because it's the right thing to do. Just like all of you are knowing and seeing right now. And even like Dr. Catherine, when you're saying about I live in kindness every day, yes. And let's stretch a little more. Let's come up with one more conscious act of kindness you can do today. You can do tomorrow. You can every day do that conscious act of kindness. So in the breakout, what do you need next in your business as an act of kindness? So say who you are, what you do, and what do you need next? And everybody listening, please, how can you help? That's your question. How can I help? Who do I know? Person with the shortest hair, you're going to go first. I think that's opposite of what I said before. And person with the longest hair, you're going to be the timer. Person with the shortest hair, you pick the next person. You're going to have, Mary Beth, can we do 12 minutes in this one, please? 12 minutes, give you a little more time. Let's go to circle. Have a great time, everyone. Welcome back. I'm super excited to have you all. Hang on one sec. My kitty was just about to walk across my candle that I light for all this, and I'm like, oh, okay. So a couple things we again posted in the chat regarding the press release, an invitation to my Publicity Breakthrough Challenge, and next month's Kindness Circle will be March 14th. It's a different day than normal. Tuesday, March 14th, 10 a.m. Mary Beth, do me a favor, post the link for that kindness circle. Invite 3 friends, please. Invite 3 friends. Let's keep the movement going. So she's going to post that in the chat. Feel free to use that. 3 friends, people you know, okay? Because we want good-hearted, kind people here. We're celebrating Kindness Week with literally random acts of kindness on Friday. That is Random Acts of Kindness Day, Friday, but what are we going to practice? Conscious acts of kindness every single day. Can we take 2 shares, please? What happened in the room? 2 shares. Raise your hand, and then we're going to end the circle right on time. Let's hear from 2 folks on what happened in the circle. Sally, are you waving your hand? I'm not sure. But go ahead. Let's bring Sally up. And first we're going to do Tammy, Tony, then Sally, and we'll end with that. Go ahead, Tammy.
I just wanted to say it's kind of weird. I'm in a different feeling today. Like normally I'm like, oh my gosh, yay, we get to ask. And today I kind of froze a little bit like, oh my gosh, I have to ask. And then the way I calmed myself down was just to say, don't worry, you can give to everybody else. And that's 5 other people in the group. And I was so happy that I got to hear everyone else's what they would love and what they need and what they do, so that I can help support them. And that helped me feel more comfortable asking today.
Oh, that's beautiful. And that sometimes, if we're in that place, thank you for being honest about that, Tammy, because, it isn't always pretty flowers and violins out there, right? Sometimes we just gotta do what we can to be as kind as possible, sometimes to ourselves. Just a reminder, all of you, sometimes to yourself is beautiful. Thank you. All right, Tony, let's bring Tony up, who runs the Week of Kindness. Beautiful, Tony. Thank you.
Hi, guys. I had a great group. We were excited. Had a doula that, I've had 4 kids and 11 grandkids. I still don't know what I'm doing, but she could have been really helpful. We had Dr.
Aw.
Angelica and Gina, the superstar, Gina Zolman. So I was very pleased with our group. It was very dynamic. And thank you, Jill, for putting all this together. I know I'm leaving somebody out. Who did I leave out? Gina. I'm missing one person here. But we thank you for organizing this, Jill, and good job, everyone. It was so good to meet you. There's 45 people here, and I only know a few of you. So this is what's exciting about new communities, right?
Yes, and Tony, make sure you go in that Skillshare directory, because I know in your week of kindness, people can actually be speakers and,
yes.
and promote themselves. So please put it in the skill directory.
We'll do that. Thank you. So I'll also leave you an email link on the chat here. So if you guys want to contact me, just please go ahead. Thank
Beautiful. Thank you. And let's last but not least, Madeline.
I just wanted to put a comment out there that it feels really good when we do something kind for someone. And it's easy sometimes to give, but it sometimes can be hard to receive. And it's important for people to remember that by allowing yourself to receive kindness, to ask for things and have people give them to you, is giving them an opportunity to feel as good as you can feel when you pass on kindness to someone.
Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you for presencing that, because it is about giving and receiving. Thank you. Thank you, Madeline. Appreciate that. Well, my friends, we've come to, oh my God, here we go, the end of this beautiful kindness circle and this beautiful energy. And I want to leave you with Helen Keller. She said, "The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart." And with this heart, I so appreciate all of you showing up today for kindness. Thank you for coming. I'll see you in March. I look forward to the opportunity to hear all these acts of kindness, and just keep being kind, everyone. Take care. Have a blessed and beautiful rest of your days.